Welcome to our How to Play Renown coverage here in Gloria's Landing. I'm your host, the Warrior, alongside my co-host, the Pyro.
Hey, Warrior. I'm excited to be here. Always nice to work alongside another professional.
Absolutely. So, what do we have here for the folks at home today?
Well, what you see in front of you, Warrior, is a copy of Renown, sitting atop a playmat with the cards nice and laid out in front of us. On the left side of the screen, you can see the quest deck, and on the right, in the vertical position, you see the town deck.
It is important to point out before we get too much further that normally you would shuffle both decks and deal 5 cards to each player, but to save a little bit of time, we've jumped ahead here.
Yes, thanks for pointing that out. It seems we've also already placed the town square in the center of the board. That's an important opening step, as it's the foundation of the town. Without it, no one can play any followers to start the game.
Care to explain that to the folks watching?
Sure thing. Players can have followers, such as ourselves, that will help them out during the course of the game. They can't, however, have more followers than there are buildings in play. 1 building, 1 follower. Easy peasy.
Thanks for the breakdown, you firebug. Now let's jump into it and get this match started. Renown can be played with 2 to 4 players. And right off the bat here, you can see this is a 4-player matchup. So introducing first, in the starting position, Crazy Ivan. Next we have the breakfast man himself, the Waffle Wizard. Over here, representing all that is holy, we have Sister Carrie Clarence. And last, but not least, we have the Judicator herself, Judge Trudy.
While this may just be an exhibition, I'd be clamoring to see more of this matchup in the future.
Sure would, Cotton. Now let's get the action underway. On the first turn here, we see that Crazy Ivan is starting it off on his base side. Now we do get a glimpse here of his prestige side, but that won't become accessible until he reaches 10 renown. It's always a good idea to make sure the personalities are on the correct sides. A little closer breakdown of Ivan's abilities will show that he has a holy attribute for attempting quests, and his power is Gather Information.
Now, gather information reads that once, on your turn, you may discard a card to exhaust another player's follower and draw a card. A useful power to avoid pesky, hard-to-deal-with followers. In his opening hand, Ivan appears to have started with 3 actions and 2 followers. Now, without any extra buildings to play, he won't be able to play both followers.
While this is his first turn, so there are no cards in play yet, we would like to cover an important subject. At the beginning of the turn, if you have any exhausted followers, refresh them.
Why would a follower be exhausted, you may ask? Good question. Sometimes followers have to use abilities or go on quests. When they do so, they get turned sideways and are exhausted.
We get tired sometimes, and it is nice to wake up refreshed when you need us. Now play begins in what we call the town phase, where players can play followers, buildings, actions, or use their personality powers. Wait, what is this? Ivan is playing the Jester? A bold play on the first turn.
Yes, it is. As you can see, Ivan has discarded a card to pass the Jester to the Waffle Wizard, denying him the ability to gain renown, and making it so he can't play another follower unless he plays a second building.
Good way to make an early enemy.
Sure is.
Afterward, it looks like he's playing the guard, gaining 1 renown. It's always nice to gain a little early renown and get some followers going.
Here we see Ivan end his turn without attempting any quests. Can we get a quick cut to show the quest in more detail? As you can see here, quests require certain attributes for victory. While Ivan could, he has chosen not to go any quests during his quest phase this turn. At the end of each player's turn, they draw a card as we see here, and then play passes clockwise.
A unique first turn. Let's see how the Waffle Wizard responds. Waffle's power, Assemble the Party, states, that the first time you play a follower on your turn, you may draw a card.
Waffles sure does like his cards.
Who doesn't, Pyro?
Touché. It is also important to note that he has a magic attribute for those troublesome quests with a touch of the arcane.
Now, the Waffle Wizard has 3 actions, 1 follower, and 1 building in his opening hand. Let's see how he handles having the Jester in play here.
Looks like he's starting it all off with the docks. Seeing as this is the first building being played, let's go to our assassin coverage and let it highlight how buildings will work.
Building. When played, can use each one once on your turn.
That thing creeps me out, Pyro. It looks like the Waffle Wizard is going to exchange a card with Judge Trudy.
As we can see, Trudy has 2 buildings, 1 action, and 2 followers. Waffles has some choices here. Well, speaking of our friend the assassin, looks like we might have some killing in the future.
Looks like he's going to give her back an arson. One of your favorite pastimes, right?
I keep that part of my life private, thanks.
As play continues, the Waffle Wizard discards a card to give the Jester right back to Ivan. Bad blood there.
Waffles then plays the Blade Master, a powerful follower and one we all fear.
Right you are, Pyro. His sword is as sharp as his mustache. Waffles then draws the library from Assemble the Party. Interesting. Looks like the Waffle Wizard decided to hold off playing the library and isn't going to attempt a quest on his first turn, passing play to Sister Carrie Clarence.
Hold it a moment. Go to a replay. It looks like the Waffle Wizard forgot to draw his card for the turn. You know what that means, don't ya? Town Crier! Rules are hard.
They aren't, but it is easy to forget the little things. If someone forgets something, be nice. Friendly play goes a long way.
So up next, we have Sister Carrie Clarence. Care to cover her unique set of circumstances for us?
Can do. Unlike the other personalities, Sister Carrie Clarence only has one side. Base and prestige are the same for her, and at 10 renown, she stays the same.
Right you are. Now, to the ability breakdown. We see that Sister Carrie has a holy symbol, similar to Crazy Ivan. Unlike him, though, Carrie also has 3 distinct abilities. The first ability here is Blood of the Innocent, which reads, you cannot play or use dishonorable cards, or attempt dishonorable quests. This is a subject our creepy coworker, the assassin, knows a lot about. Care to cover that real quick for us, assassin?
No. Okay then, I'll do it. Sometimes you will have honorable or dishonorable cards. If a player has any honorable followers and they play a dishonorable action, use a dishonorable building, use a dishonorable follower power, or complete a dishonorable quest, those followers revolt and are placed at the bottom of the town deck. Honorable followers also cannot attempt dishonorable quests.
Now, dishonorable followers won't revolt and don't really care about other dishonorable things, but they aren't able to attempt honorable quests. Wouldn't be right, you know. So as you can see here, with the Blood of the Innocent, Sister Carrie Clarence won't have to worry about that too much. Her second power is called Burn the Wicked, and says that once, on your turn, you may discard a dishonorable card to draw a card.
Sure does let her get rid of those extra cards.
Don't interrupt me! Her third power, Joyful, says that whenever you play an honorable card, gain 1 renown.
Sure can gain that renown fast.
She sure can, all without resorting to dirty deeds.
Carrie starts off with an excellent hand, if I do say so myself. 3 actions and 2 followers, one of them who may look a little familiar.
Quit showing off.
Carrie uses her second power, Burn the Wicked, to discard slander and draw a card, getting the lighthouse out of the deal.
Looks like she's going to play it, Warrior, which will let her look at the top 3 cards of the quest deck.
As we can see in the card cam, of the 3, none are really good news. 2 catastrophes and a dishonorable quest. If you don't know, catastrophes are bad news.
They sure are. If a catastrophe is one of the current quests, you have to deal with that one first. Never a dull day in Gloria's Landing.
And it looks like she's put the earthquake on top. Maybe a few rocky turns.
Hope no one is shaken up by it.
Afterward, Sister Carrie Clarence chooses to play my namesake, the Warrior, as well as a guard.
Now that guard is going to give her 2 renown when she plays it, as it is honorable as well. A good early swing in her favor. Now what is this? Judge Trudy is stepping in and doing something?
Things are heating up as Judge Trudy plays arson, burning down the lighthouse.
How did she do it, you may ask? Most actions can be played at any time. Everyone should have the right to burn things down. Timing should not impede such beauty.
Anyway, it looks as if Sister Carrie's going to attempt a quest here.
Pirate invasion it is. The attributes match up. Now we should wait a second and see if anyone else would like to try to stop her.
Doesn't look like it, Pyro. Instead, it seems that the Waffle Wizard is going to play Helping Hand, electing to send the Blade Master along as well. An eventful first quest of the game.
With no one stopping them, it seems Sister Carrie and the Waffle Wizard would find success and reap the rewards.
Look at that lovely renown. At the end of the quest, any followers who went are then exhausted, and if the quest is completed, it is discarded and a new one is drawn.
Once again, play continues clockwise, and Judge Trudy has her chance to act.
Judge Trudy has 2 abilities on her base side, the first of which is Hung Jury, stating that once on your turn, you may discard a card to kill an honorable or dishonorable follower or destroy an honorable or dishonorable building.
That sure is a dangerous power to be throwing around. Her second power is True Neutral, which says you may use dishonorable cards without honorable followers revolting.
A diplomat.
Now, in Trudy's hand there are only 4 cards, as she used that lovely arson already. Looks as if she has a couple buildings, another guard, and an action. Let's see how she handles this. Oh, can we get a close-up of that action? Looks like Judge Trudy is using her power to destroy the docks, which happen to be dishonorable. Without having any extra followers in her hand, it's to her advantage to keep the buildings low. Other players can use them on their turns. Right, Warrior?
Sure.
Well, Trudy plays a guard, gains a renown, and ends her turn, passing play back to Ivan. An exciting first round. Play will continue until one player reaches 20 renown and wins. Shall we stick around to see the conclusion, partner?
No.
All right, there we go.
She is a real American.
That's the wrong entrance.
Oh, yeah. It's the wrong guy. It's the wrong guy.
She wants to forever live in
Whoa,
the spotlight.
whoa. Today on Renown News.